Hello everyone. This week's video is my final thoughts on the first Robotech book. My favorite OCC, my favorite mech, even my favorite vehicle, and a few other things. With that said, let's get started. My thoughts on the Robotech series. As I said before, what I intend to cover is the things I liked, and I have no real I disliked this, because I see why everything's there, and I like it when things have a reason for being there. I can't find anything that I don't feel belongs or doesn't have a reason to be there. So I got nothing to say like, I don't like this. I got nothing to say like that. So overall, I deeply enjoyed this book and have honestly no complaints that are worth bringing up. Now, it might surprise you to learn, my favorite OCC is not a mecha pilot. It is actually the mechanical engineer. One of the things that makes the mechanical engineer such a useful OCC, beyond the fact that I just like being support roles, is the fact you can actually take mecha pilot as one of your skills and actually join people on the battlefield, which is fun and useful at the same time. So this is my favorite OCC. There is actually two categories of Earth mech, the Veritech and the Destroids. So I am picking one from each. Now, it might surprise you to find out my favorite Veritech is the Veritech Trainer. Why? Simply because it exists. Especially in a game system, it is easy to overlook something such as a trainer, because most people won't want to start the campaign in the middle of basic training. They'll want to start it at just after basic training. Meaning, mechanically, generally, what use is there for a trainer? Well, I'm not going to pretend to know the reasons behind Kevin Simbina's reason for adding it. The fact that it exists, though, is the reason why it is my favorite. Mechanically, generally not needed, and yet it is there, which makes it my favorite Veritech. Now, as you can see, there's a recurring theme of I like support. The Radar X is not a full frontal assault unit, and yet it is my favorite Destroid, because it is a anti-aircraft / support unit, good for long distance bombardment as well as keeping the skies clear. My favorite vehicle is the RDF motorcycle. Now, this may seem a little off theme since a motorcycle isn't very support like, but out of the vehicles that are available in the book, I personally like the motorcycle the most because it is the most versatile, short of having a helicopter. My favorite Zentradi OCC is the Zentradi officer in power armor. Now, technically, the Zentradi officer is a one OCC, but they have two different skill sets, power armor and pod. And the reason I prefer power armor is because of the agility versus the pod. Now, for a change, my favorite Zentradi battle pod is actually a upfront heavy loaded mech, the officer's battle pod. This is partially due to the fact that if I'm going to play a Zentradi, I'm going to want to play the upfront heavy character, and the Zentradi support pod isn't really that conducive for any sort of combat. So, if I have my choice, it'd be the Zentradi officer's battle pod. The Robotech characters. Now, the reason I did not cover the Robotech characters in the series was because the book was not designed for you to actually play the show. It was designed for you to play your own campaign. But it does support playing the show. That's the reason why it has the characters. In the end, it's up to you. The SDF-1 or Super Dimensional Fortress. Now, the reason why I like the Super Dimensional Fortress is because I won't say it's a unique concept, but it is a cool concept. A ship so large and so powerful it can destroy planets, and yet it still has the function of being able to transform into a giant robot. How necessary that is for the Robotech universe, I don't know. But I think it's cool, and I really do like the SDF-1. Even though I say The book isn't meant for playing the show. At some point, I would love to play a campaign revolving around the SDF-1. And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Next week's video might not be next week. It could take me a little while to get through my book. I'm a bit of a slow reader. But as soon as I'm done with the next book, I'll start producing videos. Hope to see you there. Have a great time till then. Bye.